Hello, chat. How's everyone going? Everyone doing? Today we're going to rank some Pokemons. That is the plan. Is chat working? It wasn't working earlier. Let me check. It is working. Sweet. Also, want to check. Get off me! Well, it's working. Why is my right eye keep... I don't know. Seems to be having problems. Could just be the lighting. Oh, yeah. I will say, the tier list I picked out, the first, like, two... I want to say just the first two gens are, like, jumbled up, it feels like. The rest of the gens seem fine. No, like Swampert is over here. I don't know. Seemed jumbled up and I don't know why. I'm completely ranking this just on vibe. And how I don't know. There's no, like, actual preference. No scientific preference, I should say. There is a personal preference, and it's whatever I feel like. Let's see. Also, is my voice going through? It is. Sweet. Okay. Bulbasaur. He's kind of average to me. He's not crazy or anything. Venusaur actually might be a step, might be like, or not Venusaur. Ivysaur. Ivysaur, I think, is a step up for me, so maybe that. He's C to me. I'm not a huge fan of this line, though I love how he gets a hat. I like how he just has a hat. Giant hat now. Charizard line can go here. I don't like Charizard. Mostly because of how hype it is. How hype it gets. I do like both of these, though. I think those are actually nice designs. This one's okay as a Gigantamax. Not too bothered by it. Now Squirtle is... I like Squirtle line. Not Blastoise as much. How do I feel about the castle on its back? Before I watched One Piece, I'd say I wasn't that keen on it, but it feels very One Piece to me for some reason. I don't know why. And so that makes it go here. These guys are kind of here. I don't have an F tier. Where's F tier? Hold on. And we'll make it gray. Yeah. But Charizard down here. I like the design. Actually, I like this design quite a bit. Those are pretty cool. Don't like this design. That can go in D. Eggs. For some reason, they're like quite nostalgic to me. Even though, when did these come out? These were Gen 1, right? I wasn't alive at that time. So, nostalgic in the sense of my father, he had Pokemon cards and had a lot of Execute for some reason. I don't know why. And those were fun too. They were just nostalgic. But not that nostalgic. Don't really like the tree. It's kind of not crazy. I love Cubone. Cubone can go S tier. Same with Marowaks. I just really like them. They're very cool to me. Hitmon. I can't remember which one is Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. But they are D to me. They're just kind of dudes. And some of the Pokemon that are just dudes I like. But not these, just dudes. Don't like Licky Tongue. Coughing. Mr. Pollution can go over there. I don't know why Caterpie's over here. These guys are okay. Wheezing, I like less. I don't think I like Rhyhorn. Or Ride. I like Rhydon more than Rhyhorn. But not by a crazy amount. Chansey's is D. Never really liked Chansey. Tangela can go in A tier. Kangaskhan can go B. They're kind of mid to me. Not crazy. Same with the Horsey. Yeah. Don't look. The Goldeen line and the Seaking line are okay. They're not crazy. I like their horn. Their horn is interesting. But that's about it. I don't like their mouths. The mouths are weird to me. Caterpie. Where's Butterfree? Where's Butterfree? Wow, these are all out of order. I don't know where Butterfree is. Oh, there it is. Kakuna. This isn't Kakuna. This is Wimpod. No. I forget its name. Of all the Cocoon Pokemon, I think it's the best. A lot of the Cocoon Pokemon I don't really like. I understand them. And I like that they're in the game. But I don't really like them. In general. I like the storyline. The little bit of storyline in the anime of Butterfree. But aside from that, it's D for me. Though I love the Mothra one. The Mothra form, that's just pretty cool. Starmie and Staryu, I don't like. Just because of Pokemon Go. And the colors seem way off for me. And I don't know why. They feel off. So I'm putting them in D. Don't like Mr. Mime. Or Mr. Rhyme. Scyther's okay. Jinx is D for me. These guys, I think they're cool. How it's like they are like basically the same mon, but different types. I kind of like that. Especially because I think they're one of the first ones to really do that. I believe so. So I like that about them, but like the duck lips on Magmar, And Electabuzz, his just weirdness. I don't know. This guy is going in D because I hate the thought of him in general. If I saw this flying around, I'd be terrified. And for that sole reason, he's going in D. I think I really like the Taurus, the new ones, but the old one is C. It's just a bowl. I know these are also just a bowl, but they have slightly different colors, and I like that. Magikarp. I like it going from a small, it is like nothing fish to a crazy dragon, but I think it's been done better later. So I'm gonna put it in. I'll put Magikarp in C. Putting this one in F. I don't like how it looks. It's so bulbous. It's like so round. I don't know why I don't like it. Lapras, he's going up here for the same reason. Not Mega. Gigantamax. I can't think of his name. Same reason they're going up there. Very 1PC to me. And you can go to B. I like you. You're pretty fun. Ditto. I like the concept of Ditto. But at the same time, there's no design. There is no design, it feels like to me. It's just a smiley face on a blob. But his usefulness is in the games is very nice. But at the same time, I wish I could actually use him. Because whenever I don't feel like I can use him in battle often. Because it just kind of sucks. So I guess we'll put him in D. Eevee, I'm not that crazy about Eevee. I like the evolutions, but not Eevee. So I'll put Eevee down here. I mean, it's very cute. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the cutest Pokemon, I think. But I'm just not crazy about it. I love Vaporeon for the meme. Well, for just the memes. And yeah. Not for the copy pasta memes. I don't like that. But just the memes of liking Vaporeon. Yeah. Jolteon's going up here because of Pokemon Go. I have him as a buddy like almost all the time. Or not really as a buddy, but he's like the Pokemon I've trained up the most. And I use his like quick attacks all the time. Or his fast attacks all the time. Flareon, I like Flareon. They can go A. Porygon. I don't know. I think I'll put Porygon in D. I do like that it gets more high res the more it goes on, but just by looks, it's kind of eh. Ammonite can go. I'll put Ammonite here. I don't like how it's angry. It has a mouth now. It's an angry god. I love the Kabutops line. I'll put you in B actually, because you're kind of mid to me. Don't know why you're here. But we'll do you. Weedle. I think I'll still put you there. Put Kakuna in D for the similar for what I said earlier, where I think you did it better than you. Where is Beetrol? Saw you earlier. Oh, there you are. Okay, Beedrill I like. And I love this form of the Mega Evolution just because of how dumb it is that it can't land. I think that's what it is. Might be another one, another Mega Evolution, but it not being able to land, I love. I don't like Mega Aerodactyl or Aerodactyl. I've seen so many people love them, and I can't. They're so weird. Snorlax, going to appear for the same reason. Chew off the screen. Rude bot. Imaginable handball. Interesting. Snorlax can go. I don't know. I want to say C, but at the same time, I want to say B because I do kind of like it. I like it more than all of these guys. That's for sure. How do I feel about Articuno? I can't remember what these forms are called. Galarian, Articuno. I don't know. I don't really like Galarian Articuno. Not really a big fan of the Articuno in general. But I love the Zapdos. Galarian Zapdos and Galarian Moltres. And then these guys are kind of mid. I love the Dratinis and Dragonair. But then Dragonite is okay. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know why, of there's this kids show called like Dragon something. Dragonland? I think it was Dragonland. And it reminds me of that, which kind of bumps it up now. Simply because not A, but we'll put it at the top of B because I like Dragonland. The Mewtwo lines or the Mewtwo forms are. I like this form better. I don't like this form. I don't know why. It's a cool concept, but I don't like it. And you can go B. Mew, I love. You can go up here. The Bayleaf line. I can't remember what the middle form is called. Or middle evolution. Bayleaf you can go C. I'm not a big fan of you. I like you more than I love Meganium. I like how it has a big flower. Cyndaquil line can go up top. They're one of my favorites. And I use them when I played, or when I was younger, and I didn't really have Pokemon. I didn't even have a DS. My father had a DS, and he would let me play Soul Silver, and so I played a lot of Soul Silver. And the thing is, I didn't want to just like delete his save file, and so I just kept making new save files and just not turning off the DS until I was done. Love missing notifications. Hello, Vivian. How are you doing? Also love Feraligatr line. Not really Croconaw, though. But I like Totodile and Feraligatr. We'll put you down here. Your placement of that guy is wrong, and I hate you as a person for it. As you should. This is specifically to oppose you and your views of Pokemon. I forget this guy's name. Sentret? I think that's the name. You're kind of C to me. Oh, like me and Lemon Shovel, valid. But I love whatever your name is. I can't think of your name now. Mostly because I like seeing Furret. I like seeing the Furret on the escalator meme. Hoot Hoot, I never really liked. But also, anytime I played Soul Silver, they kept fucking me up. I don't know why, but they just kept fucking me up in the game. Ledaba and I can't remember which one's Ledaba. But I like them. They're okay. I think you are going to be C for me, but you're A. I like the Ariados. I never understood why it has two legs, I think, standing up the back. I don't know what those are supposed to be, but I like it. My dad's favorite Pokemon is Crobat. Dad loves Crobat. However, I do not like Crobat. It was always a pain for me to evolve because I wanted to use other Pokemon because Golbat sucks. So I'm putting Crobat in C, and we'll do the others when we get to them. I don't know why. I don't know. The ordering of this is... Actually, we'll do them now. Crobat. That's not Crobat. What is his name? I forget. Oh, no, it is Crobat. Zubat. Zubat will go above you, but then Golbat goes F. I don't like its big mouth. Pidgey, you're just a bird. A nice bird. You're not Pidgey. Are you Pidgey? Yeah, you're Pidgey. It's just a bird. And I like some of the birds, but it's one of the first just birds. I don't know. There it is. You're slightly better. You honestly are a downgrade to me. It looks like it's... The hairstyle reminds me of an anime, but I can't think of the anime. And you're also going to go down here. You're just birds. We'll do the Fearow and Spearow as well. Fearow I like. I like Fearow. Spearow I can't get behind. It's such a long beak. Okay. I can't remember these guys' names. The Lantern line. I think I like this, the first form, the first evolution. I like it. Larkin got a shower. Alright, have fun showering, Heaven. But I don't really like this one. I don't know why, but it looks like it's pregnant. Like, if you've ever seen fish that are pregnant, or have, like, I know fish lay eggs, but the fish that don't lay them directly, but, like, keep them in. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. It looks like a pregnant fish, is what I'm trying to get at. And it's weird. Pichu I love. I love Pichu. It's so cute. Cleffa, you're kind of mid. You're okay. Igglybuff I like. It's also one of those cute These cute mons, I really like them. They're very cute. I also like you. You're actually going to be S, because I think your design, I don't know why, but I just really like it. It still keeps the egginess, but also has like a little crown. But then the crown could also be like a cracked egg. I don't know why, but it's just kind of, it's cute, and I like it. Xatu and... Is it Xatu and Natu? I think it's Natu. They're okay. They're interesting, but not like crazy interesting or anything. Mareep. I kind of like... I like Mareep. Mareep Lane. How's this guitar spinning around me so fast? What? Guitarist. I think you're C for me. I love Mega Amphrose's flowy hair though. It's so funny to me. You can go B. The guitar in the background, swapping channels back and forth for a bit. Oh. I didn't even think about that. I think you're A for me. So normally I would put these guys as B, or I put Azumarill as B. However, in Scarlet and Violet, I used it a lot with its like boosting all of its attack stat with like everything you can, and so for that sole reason, it's going A because I used it a lot. Sudowoodo. I like you just being a tree, and that you're a dumb tree, because everything and everyone can like see you're not a tree, but you think you're a tree, and you know what that belief in yourself is commitment that I don't even have. So you know what? You get to be B. I like how Papaltoad, I think it's his name, is just a frog with a little hair. And it's cute, so it goes up there. These guys, I don't know why, but I just don't like how they look. I don't know what it is about the jump lift line, but it just, they weird me out. I've seen a lot of people who don't like the APOM. Where's the other one? Where's your following evolution? Layering appears borked in OBS. Oh, why is that? Unless the current song is not supposed to be visible. Yeah, I just haven't added the Spotify thing to this scene yet. I can do that real quick. If I can remember what it is. Invalid as hell. And felt. Was it window capture? Yes, there we go. I don't know if this is too big. We'll put you down here. Is that too big or small or just good? You had like 4 different profiles on your old OBS setup. I wish I knew how to do profiles. The profiles have confused me, and so I haven't done anything with profiles. I just have a crap ton of scenes. I have a different scene for like every game. It's a lot. Scenes are more than enough? Okay, that's good. Sunflora and the first one, I like because it's, again, cute, and I like cute. But Sunflora is D to me. It's weird. I don't like its face. Profiles half override scenes. Very weird. It's very interesting. Yanma. Yanma will go to C for me, but Yanmega. Where is Yanmega? Why am I blind? Where's Yanmega? Why is there 2 Flygon and Trapinchline? There's one up here, and there's one down here. Wait, does Gen 3 just repeat? Looks like it just repeats Gen 3. Almost. Not exactly. But they kind of just add Gen 3 Pokemon back here. Or no, do they repeat it? I think, yeah, they just repeat it. I don't know why they did that. Okay, well, if we find Yanmega, I'll rank him, but I don't know where he is. Wooper, I love Wooper. I like the new Wooper better than the old Wooper, but they're still top tier. Or A tier, I should say. Quagsire, B. I like how you look. Don't know where your other form is. Hopefully we find it. Umbreon, you're A. Espeon, you're B though. Like, you're cool, but I don't know. I don't know. It might be the split tail that makes it B for me, but I love Murkrow and how it's just a little henchman. Slowbro or Slow King. I kind of like it, but I'm not like crazy about it, so I'll put it B. I like how Rattata gets a mustache, but then regular Rattata is C for me because it's kind of just a rat. Well, no, it's B. It's not crazy, but it's not terrible. I don't like these guys. I don't like how your cheeks get very puffed. Ekans. Ekans has such a derpy face, and for that sole reason is why I like it. But Arbok, C. Most of the Pikachu stuff is C for me, except for Pichu. I'm not a fan of. Like, I think it's a nice Pokemon, but it's not crazy. Though I do like the Alone Raichu. Sandshrew. I think the Alolan Sandshrew is going to be B for me. I'm not a big fan of the design art for some reason. Oh, but it's an igloo. Okay, that actually bumps it up. I like the design. It being an igloo is kind of funny, now that I think about it. Regular Sandshrew is B, though. Alolan Sandslash. I like how spiky these guys are, so they get to go up there. The first and second form of Nidoking and Nidoqueen, I'm going to say C. I'm not crazy about them. I actually kind of like this one, so put you there. But then Nidoqueen will also go in B. Nidoking will go in A. I like how spiky they are. You love knowing you're on low latency mode on your PC, which is using Ethernet, and your phone on Wi-Fi, which is not on low latency, is definitely further ahead. Gotta love Wi-Fi and Ethernet. I would have thought that would be the other way around. I don't know why your Wi-Fi is faster than your Ethernet. Clefable and Clefairy. Oh, you're Cleffa, not... I think I misnamed it. It's cursed. Clefable, don't really like the design of them. Actually, yeah. I like you so much less. I love these guys, though. They're so cute. The Vulpix. You're watching, listening on different devices. Is that why I'm 3 viewers instead of 2? Pissing with me? Aw, go piss, girl. I love this form. The Alolan Vulpix. I love how flowy it is. I think it's pretty cool. Perchance. Jigglypuff. The Jigglypuff singing brings it up because of how annoying it is in the show, and simply because it's so annoying, I like it. But I don't like Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff would be C. Love Oddish. It is so cute. Don't like Gloom, though. And Vileplume. The drool is too much for me. I don't like the drool. Though I love Paris. He's so cute. Parasect will go B, though. It's an interesting design. I just realized I'm going to be doing a lot of scrolling up and down. Pin images. Oh. Interesting. Venonat. I love him. He's also cute. Venomoth is okay. I do kind of like its big bulging eyes. The whole Diglett line is... I'm gonna bump Diglett down to D. I don't really like them. I love the memes of acceptable Venonat placement. I'm not gonna... later, I might reorder them within their tier. But for now, I'm just kind of putting them in the tier. You will not draw and quarter me yet? I don't know what that means. But thank you. Meowth. I like regular Meowth quite a bit. But the Alolan Meowth, it's so round. I don't know why, but that's just weird. Especially this one. Don't know why you're so round. I'm also just not a big fan of Persian in general. But I love Galarian Meowth. It's so cute. And also Gigantamax. It's just such a long cat. My mother's favorite Pokemon is Psyduck. Because Psyduck gets migraines all the time, just like she does. So we'll put Psyduck in... I also love in the anime just how often it gets headaches. It's kind of cute. But I don't like Golduck. Primeape and Infernape. I think Primeape is okay. It's just a ball of anger. But Infernape is an even more ball of anger. Not a big fan of the Arcanine. I like the Growlithe. They're cute. Arcanine would, by design, would normally be B or C, but because of how much I use Arcanine in Pokemon Go, it's going A tier. And I love the design of regular Arcanine, or Hisuian Arcanine. What's up, you gay bitch? Know you. Hi, Evan. Hope you enjoyed your shower. Poliwag, no. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. I think the first two are C for me. They're not crazy, but then I like him a little bit more, so he goes B. Love the Abra line. Well, I like Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam, also because of their names. But I'm not a big fan of Mega Alakazam. It just getting a ton of spoons is a little funny, but not like crazy funny. Machop line is B for me, the entire line, because it's pretty cool. But then Dynamax Machop, I really like the design of, and so it goes in A. Victreebel goes A. I like how wimpy it is. But then this one goes in C. But then Victreebel comes back and goes back to A. Oh, by the way, y'all can throw shit at me. I added a new reward where for 1,000 buckaroos, you can throw shit at me. It's on a 10-minute timer, but I might lower that later. So, you can throw them now, but 10 minutes in between when you can throw the next one after the previous one. Tentacool, I like, but not like crazy, so think I'll put them B. They're okay. They're not up here with these guys, but they're not down here with these guys. I do think Tentacruel is better than Tentacool. Not a fan of the Geodude line. They are a little weirder to me, and I like the Gen 5 version better. I know these guys came first, and without these guys, they probably wouldn't have the Gen 5 version, but I like them. I absolutely love Ponyta line. I love its cotton candy. It's so cute. I love it. Just look how cute they are. And also I use them in Pokemon Go. But regular Rapidash, they're still cool. So I'll put regular Rapidash and Ponyta there. Slowbro, I don't like Galarian. Is it Galarian? Galarian. I don't like Galarian Slowbro. Or this one. However, I love the Mega Evolution because it's just a spinning top. Slowbro is Slowpoke and Slowbro can go there. Magnemite. I like Magnemite because they just get more. And they just attach themselves. I also love Farfetch'd and Sirfetch'd. I love how he just gets a big leak. And Hatsune Miku has a leak. That's part of the reason. And Farfetch'd has a leak. Also, I like the duo. I think the duo is okay, but Dodrio I love. Seal and Dugong. Seal is B for me. I don't hate it like other people do, but I don't love it like... I haven't heard anyone love Seal, but I don't hate it. I like that its name is just Seal. I like how it has a blep. Dugong is just a better Seal, I think, but not by much. Grimer, Alolan Grimer, I don't like because it looks like it's drooling, and I don't like that. Same with this one. However, the drooling on Muck and Alolan Muck, I love. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is, but like how these guys look is much better to me than how these guys look, even though they're pretty much the same thing. Also like this guy because I like to think whenever Shelder has his tongue out, it just goes blah. I know it doesn't, but I like to think it does. Like Bubble. Cloyster is C. I think it's interesting that it has a horn on its head, even though its head is inside of its shell. But I think it's there, you go. Gengar, I like Gengar. Or not Gengar. I like Ghastly. Haunter will go to B for me, though. But then Ghastly. Not Ghastly. Got the line mixed up. Back after doing all the things. Hope you had fun. So I like the Mega Evolution of Gengar. But then regular Gengar is kind of mid. But then Dynamax Gengar is a little too weird for me. I do like the weirdness, but it's a little too much. I don't know why. Like, I like that it doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, it's just with a baking sheet full of shitty sweet potato, because it's not good enough to deserve a plate. Have a cup of fucking ketchup when it's ready. Ooh, ketchup. Love me some ketchup. You're no longer alone. Good for you. Don't really know how to respond, but I'm glad you're not alone. Onyx. If without the point on its head, I wouldn't like it. But because of the point on its head, I like it. And also the face shape of Onyx is appeasing to me. I don't know why, but it appeals to me. Correct Mega Gengar placement. Too much of a Vor creature. And you love a Vor creature. Yeah, there's some that I like. It's kind of one of the reasons I like Shelter. It's because it's constantly eating Slowbro's tail. But this is too much. This guy is too much. You're making a joke. You can't remember if you paid attention to me. I don't know what the joke was. You love how Lamau is censored, but Vor isn't. Really? That's hilarious. Drowsy I like simply because of how much M&J TV hates it. Hypno I don't like though. Krabby. I like Krabby. I like hating on Krabby. But in reality I like it. Like I love joking about how it's just a crab. But I love that's just a crab. And then it gets an angrier crab. Then a big angry crab. And I kinda like that. Alolan Slowking. I think it's better than regular Slowking. So in C, but I don't know. It's such a good crab. It is a very good crab. I love how mischievous looks. Looks very mischievous. Like its name. Just ask all of nature. True. Unknown. I like the unknown. They're fun to me. I love seeing just people make spellings with unknown instead of just using a regular alphabet. I mean, it is a regular alphabet, but I don't know. I find it funny. I also like Boba Fett, mostly because of the anime. And also, I like Giraffe Rig because it's so weird. I like how it has a butt head. I love Pineco for some reason, but I don't like Fortress. I don't know why. I just don't. I know, well, part of the reason is because I can't tell if these fucking holes are like the tubes on its side or if it's just missing tubes. And so it only has like 4 or 6 tubes. I don't know, and that angers me for some reason. It's annoying. And if it is, I can't tell if it'd be whatever you are goals. Whatever they are goals. I can't tell if I hate it because it could... I can't... If it was tube eyes, I don't know if I'd hate that more or less than it being missing tubes where the eyes are. Why is Mega Swampert all the way over here? I don't know. Mega Swampert, I like Mega Swampert. We'll put him there. Dunsparce. I love Dunsparce. He's so cute. Same with Gligar. Not a fan of Mega Steelix. Like, I don't know. I like it's like has a gravitational pull almost. But I'm not a fan of everything else. I don't know why. Like it feels like it should be a better Steelix. But at the same time I like Steelix better. I'm in your top Discord servers? Sweet. Raph is your most talked to? I'm not surprised. That would make sense. Sorry, someone just touched my arm. I like how ingy and cute these guys are. I always forget that it has giant tusks. My server is number 3. Sweet. Quillfish. Regular Quillfish is D. And by the way, D for me is not like it needs to be out of the game. I'm going to pass over it for most other Pokemon. Unless it's to get to another Pokemon like Eevee. Like I'm not a big fan of Eevee, but I'm going to use Eevee to get to one of the other ones. But I like Hisui Quillfish. It's better the colors are better than regular quillfish, and that's why it's up here. I love Mega Sizer. I think Sizer and Mega Sizer are pretty cool. Shuckle. I love Shuckle. There was some like YouTube series that used Shuckle a lot. I can't remember what I think it was like if Pokédexes were accurate or something like that. And Shuckle kept appearing, and I loved it. It was hilarious. I love Heracross and how it can have a heart on its head. But Mega Heracross is C for me. Love the Weevil line. They're all cute. Same with Teddy Ursa. And Ursaring. Gotta love Slugma. Where's Slugma go? Love Slugma, because where'd Slugma go? You're not Slugma. You're Macargo. Macargo I like because just sounds like you're saying your car go. Where did Slugma go? There it is. Slugma is S tier. Simply because of Slugma balls. Swinub. Where did who go? I see what you're doing. Slugma balls. Swinub is C. Piloswine. I kind of like Piloswine, how it's just a lump of hair. But then Mamoswine. Where is Mamoswine? Why is this thing not... Whatever. Where's Mamoswine? There's Mamoswine. Oh, Mamoswine isn't introduced until later anyways. That's why it's down there. That makes sense. That's not disordered. Corsola. I like the new Corsola, but I don't like the old Corsola. I like the new Corsola because of how it adds to the old one, but I don't like the old one, if that makes sense. Remoraid. I like how Remoraid evolves from a fish to an octopus, and how weird that is. God fucking, if you see yams and sweet potato next to each other, get the yams. The sweet potato is lying. White sweet potato? I've never heard of white sweet potato. Is it just the sweet potatoes are white? Me neither until I bought them. Good point. Delibird. I like Delibird. I like that its tail is its bag. I'm not a big fan of this guy. I can't remember his name, but I'm not a big fan of it. Same with Skarmory. I've seen a lot of people love Skarmory. I'm not a big fan of it. It's all the worst parts of potato and sweet potato. That sucks. Thank you for the information so I don't buy them. Houndour. I like Houndour. Where did I put Houndour? There's it. I like Houndour. They're cute. Don't really like Houndoom's Mega Evolution. But regular Houndoom, I absolutely love. My first shiny was Mega Hound, or was a Houndoom. And it's one of my favorites. I also do like this Pokemon. Can't think of its name, but I like it. It worked okay in a smoothie. Absolutely not roasted. Good to know, good to know. Oh, texture was mealy yet rubbery. Ooh. Taste, potato, but kind of sweet. Not sweet potato at all vibe. Evil. Is this Manphy? No. What is this one called? The elephant. I think it's okay. Dawn fan, not a big fan of. Porygon, I like Porygon a little bit. above or Porygon 2. I like more than Porygon. Where did I put Porygon? I don't know. There he is. Here's Porygon. Phanpy. Okay. Yeah, Phanpy, it's okay. Stantler. I don't like how it has a giant butt. I know it's a tail, but it just looks like a giant butt. But only like one butt cheek. I don't like it. I don't like it. It has just one big butt cheek. I was about to say Smeagol. Smeargle? I don't remember its name. That's S tier. I like how cute it is. Tyrogue is just a child. Like, I know it's not just a child, but it looks like just a child to me. And I don't like that it's just a child. Same with Hitmontop. They're just so weird. Why are they like that? I know you meant positive, but it sounds like piece of shit. Why are they like that piece of shit? I'm not a big fan of this one either. Can't think of its name. Like, I kind of like Elekid though. Like, I like these two. I don't like their later forms, but I like their first forms. I like Miltank. I don't know why. I know a lot of people don't like it because it has nipples, but I like it. It's a cute cow. Don't like you. You're annoying. Love the dogs, the legendary dogs. I think I like Raikou better. Larvitar. Not a big fan of Larvitar. I kind of like it though. Pupitar I like. When I was talking earlier about the like Kakuna and whatever this one's called, I like them where they're being a larva. I know Pupitar is a pupa, not a larva, or not a whatever this is called. I know it's different, but I like it. I don't like this. Don't like the Mega Evolution. It has too many like spin like things coming off of it, and they go like if they were shorter, it'd be fine. But they're so long. Why are they so long? And regular Tyranitar's okay. Lugia I really like. Again, probably from how much I played Soul Silver is why Lugia is so much up here. But I really like Lugia. Ho-Oh is also okay. I like Lugia. Cerebi, I hadn't originally had like a strong feeling towards. But in Pokemon Pocket, I use a deck that is based around Celebi and Superior. And it is such a good deck. Trico. Trico is he's pretty good. Grovyle is also pretty good. The whole line is actually pretty good. I think Mega Sceptile is a step down for me though. It's okay, but I don't know. It's just a step down to me. The Torchic line, it's my favorite. One of my favorite lines in general. The middle evolution though is slightly less so. But like I use these all the time. Trico has you thinking about Sudowoodo? Why? Swampert and this line. It's so cute. I like it. Marshtomp though is B. I don't like that it goes on two legs. But then I like that it goes down. Never mind, who's to say BLG spoilers. I like these guys. I like Houndour as well, but I think Mightyena and I can't remember which one's which. This one's Mighty Anna, but I can't remember what this one's called. I think they did better than Houndoom and Houndour. However, Houndoom's up here because I like his shiny more. And he's my first shiny. So he just gets to be up here because of that. But I think Mighty Hyena looks cooler than Houndour or Houndoom. Zigzagoon. I like how weird you look. I'm not a big fan of Linen. Not a big fan of them, but I like regular Zigzagoon and Galarian Zigzagoon. I forgot to change that. The message, the Streamlabs message. Wormpole I like. It's so goofy. I like it. But then Cascoon, I don't really like Cascoon. What is your name? I forget your name. It's supposed to say Butterfree, but it's not Butterfree. You can go in D, because I don't like you. Same with you. Oh, Dustox and... Nope, I forgot the name. Lotad, I kind of like. That's a Margarine. Saying, this is Margarine? Why is this Margarine? I don't get it. Oh, it's... Okay. I get it now. Can't believe it's not Butterfree. This guy I like partly because I can't tell if it just has a wide open mouth or if it's a beak. And I kind of like it. However, it having such stumpy legs. I forget it has stumpy legs. Like, it looks like it should be a Pokemon that, like, is on all fours and the hind legs are back a little bit. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's just stumpy. And I kind of like that. Ludicolo is annoying. I don't know why, but the few games I've seen it in where it's just dancing around, it's so annoying. Like, stop dancing around. I like C-Dot. Nope. I like C-Dot and Nuzleaf, but I don't like Shiftry. Well, actually, I changed that. Shiftry's going up here. Simply because of a One Piece thing. Very, very slight spoilers for Wano, but there's a guy who has a mask that looks like Shiftry. It's not... the mask isn't based off of Shiftry. It's based off of whatever Shiftry is also based on. But because of how similar that looks, that's why it's there. Tello is C, and these two are C. I'm just not a big fan of them. Wingull is B, or these are D. These are C. Love the Ralts line. They're so cute. And I lost him again. Ralts. There he is. Love the Ralts line. Ralts, Kirlia, Gardevoir, and Gallade. I like them all. I especially like the Mega Evolution. It's so pretty. Surskit. I like how Surskit looks. And Masquerain. Shroomish is B because it's just okay. I like how inky its face is. But then Breloom is A. I like how Breloom looks. Don't like how Slakoth looks. I don't know why. Or, actually, you're D. I like you less than I like these two. Love these dudes. Whismur, Loudred, and Exploud. I love how their names sound. Like for some reason, the names of them kind of just scratches some kind of itch I have. I don't know what it is, but I like them. Like the names. That's the only part I like. I also don't like how many tubes Explode has. I don't know why, but I'm not a big fan of the tubes. Makahita is C, but then Hariyama is B because of it sounds like Harry Mama. I don't know why, but I find that funny. Acceptable. I forget your name. Meryl? Is it just Meryl? Or is it the middle evolution? Can't remember. I assume Meryl fucking ball thing. Exactly. I can't remember its name. But it's cute. And so it goes up there. I knew Azumarill is the last form, but I can never remember which one Meryl and the other one are. Nosepass, I like Nosepass. Also, Skitty, I like Skitty and Delcatty because they're just cats. I like Sableye because it's always eating rocks. And I like that. I like that it's always eating rocks. It's just like me for real, for real. I also like how mobile looks. It just looks dope as hell. Yeah, fuck it. This is an alcohol moment. BRB. Have fun. Aaron. Or Aaron. I like Aaron. A little less so do I like Laron. But then Aggron brings it back. And Mega Aggron. They're just dope. And I like them. Meditite and Medicham. And Mega Medicham. I kind of like Mega Medicham. But I'm not a big fan of Meditite and regular Medicham. Electrike. I like Electrike. They're okay. But Manectric. So, I don't understand why Manectric's hair just stands directly up on end. Not a big fan of that. But then Mega Manectric is even worse to me. It's just so big. And the lightning bolt is too big for its body to me. It's just weird. Love Plus One and Minion. They're cute. I like them. Do not like these guys. Y'all can go down here. Honestly, this one would be up here if it weren't for this one. This one brings it down. I like Roselia. Or Rosalia. It's cute. I love Gulpin. Because of these nuts. These guys are funny. And that's why I like them. Is my mouse dying again? What the hell? No! I think I need to get a new mouse sometime soon. This one keeps dying. Like, dying much quicker. Much more quick than it used to. Ah, crap. What did I do? Back with whiskey to mix into your non-alcoholic sangria. I don't think I've ever had a sangria. Took a couple sips. It vibed. It vibed alcoholic while not having any. I was wrong in this moment. Sharpedo line. You have class when it comes to not alcohol sometimes. The only kind of alcohol I've really liked has been beer. Like any kind of beer. I am cheap. It's a horrible sin you're committing. Carvana. Carvana is B. Partly because, I don't know why, but it sounds like the same but like cheap spirits. That's fair. Carvana is, because there's like some car buying thing that sounds like Carvana. I think it's actually called Carvana, and this guy reminds you of it. And so it'd normally be A, but it bumps it down. You inherited a baseline absurd tolerance. I don't know what my tolerance... Like, I've had a lot of beer. The first night I ever drank beer was a couple years back. I say a couple years. It was when I was turning 18. No. When I was turning 21. So 3 or 4 years back. 3 years back. And I had like back in 1907. Yeah, not 19. Or are you saying when you had alcohol? But when I first had alcohol I was 21 or about to turn 21. I hadn't turned 21 yet. And I was at some I think it was at a Halloween party with someone I met online. And I think I met them on Bumble, like the friends section of Bumble, just because I was looking for friends. And they invited me over to the Halloween party, and we had, no one there knew me. The person on Bumble worked with the Navy, and they just thought I was a Navy friend. They did not realize I was not in the Navy. I've never had a drink before that, but they offered me beer as soon as I got in because they were like, he's fine. They also didn't realize I wasn't of age yet. And so they were offering me beer, and I just kept drinking it because I enjoyed the taste. I liked it. And I had those red Solo cups? I had 7 red Solo cups full of beer. Not half beer or quarter full of beer, just actually full of beer. And I was fine. That's always how it goes when it isn't toxic. So nice. Yeah, it tasted fine. Tasted great. I enjoyed it. And no one there was being mean or anything. They were not happy to hear that I was not of age. They weren't upset with me, but they were kind of upset with the because it was a family Halloween thing where they invited some friends, but it was mostly a Halloween party with the family. And they were like, "You should have told us this beforehand. We probably still would have given him the drink, but at least we should have known beforehand." But either way, it was fine. Back to the ranking. Sharpedo. It's annoying. That's why it goes in C. And Mega Sharpedo, I kind of like Mega Sharpedo, but at the same time, I don't. With how bruised up it looks, I kind of feel bad for it. And that's why it goes D. Whalmer, I kind of like how round it is, but the Whale Lord is better. Also like how Numel looks. They're just cute. Champagne is like beer, but bubbly like soda you don't hate, and about twice as strong without feeling stronger. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had... No, I had champagne once. I don't think I'm a big fan of champagne. I don't know why. It's dangerous becomes in such reasonable serving sizes. I think that's the first time I really heard that about champagne. A lot of people in my life that family-wise just hate champagne. They can't stand it. I don't know why. but they don't like the taste. Camerupt. Mega Camerupt is interesting because I like the top of it, like on its shell. Or I like that, but then that's about the only thing I like about it. I also don't really like regular Camerupt. I don't know why. Wild, fair enough though. But I do love your face. I can't remember what it's called, but I like it. Torkoal. I like Torkoal. My ratios are dog shit with this mixer. Or your ratios, I should say, not mine. Oh, something I've been drinking lately is so my grandparents make something called like a spiced apple. I think it's just called spiced apple, and all it is like apple cut up into like layers, and then with some different spices. I know there is cinnamon in it, and it's basically just a jar full of apples and whatever mix they put in it. It's not alcoholic or anything, just spices. But after the like liquid from it, I don't remember what it is. I think it's just, I don't know what's in it. But I added that to some I'm blanking on the name. Apple cider. I put it into some apple cider I had. Angry Orchard. That's what I had. Put it into some Angry Orchard and I liked that. I like apple cider. Or hard apple cider. Twice as much risky as you should have gone for. Is it terrible? Or is it like still drinkable? Sounds like spicy cider. Hells yeah. Yeah. Spoink. Apple cider is hard. The non-alcoholic kind is skipping the fermentation step. It's more than drinkable. Okay. I'm not great with alcohol, like the knowledge of alcohol. And like what's what. It's more than drinkable. It's not what you expected. That's good. At least it's drinkable. Or more than drinkable. Spoink. I kind of love that it has to constantly bounce or else it dies. Grumpig is weird to me. I think it's too... I don't like the eyes. Why is it looking at me like that? Love Spinda. They're cute. I like Trapinch and how it's just such... So whenever people like say like that's a little guy, Trapinch is what comes to mind. It looks like just a little guy to me. I don't know why that is, but it's just a little guy, and I like that. Mostly same. You just know you're cheap and what you like, and try to get a bit of variety on occasion. That makes sense. I know. I believe I like citrusy stuff, like anything that's citrusy. I like. What's the alcohol? I think it's pretty cheap. I can't think of what it's called though. I want to say it starts with a T. Tequila. Tequila. I don't like straight tequila, but like tequila with some citrusy flavors, like some citrusy, add-ins, whatever they're called. I like those. Someone gave me a tequila with Sprite in orange juice, I think. And that tasted good. Tequila can be either very cheap or very not cheap, but hells yeah. The only kind I've had has been cheap, because the only people who've been able to give me it can only afford cheap. So I've only had cheap. Kahula coffee rum is still the best thing you've tasted straight with Irish cream. What's Irish cream? Both in taste and effect. My mother's favorite is rum and coke. She loves a straight rum and coke. I also like these guys, by the way. Guess what Irish cream is? You will be right. Ice cream? I don't know. I don't know what do the Irish drink. Whiskey? That's wrong, but I don't know. Fair enough, they took cream and fermented it. Oh. That sounds gross. I don't know what is cream? Also, the Cactus Boys. Love the Cactus Boys. Don't know why, but I just like these. It weirdly works. Interesting. Altaria. Kind of like regular Altaria. Not a big fan of Swablu, though. Not that bad. And Mega Altaria, I also don't really like. I think it's okay. It's not terrible. Kahula and Irish cream is just an alcoholic coffee with cream, and it fucks. That does sound actually pretty good. Oh, that reminds me. The past couple days before work, because it's so cold, I've been stopping by Wawa's and getting some hot chocolate. I've just been enjoying the hot chocolate. And if I really need like some energy, sometimes I'll get an espresso shot put in. And that does it for me. At least for the morning. I like Zangoose and Seviper. I kind of like how they are at odds with each other. And they're both, and by themselves, I just like how they look. I can't remember these guys' names. Solrock and Lunatone. That's what they are. They're okay. They're not crazy. They go here. Espresso shot is rarely a bad addition. True. I'm not like a big coffee person, but I agree. I've been liking coffee more though. I used to really not like coffee, but lately I've been having coffee a little bit more, and it's okay. I'm getting old. I'm liking coffee. Whiscash and Barboach. Barboach is B. No, Whiscash is B. Barboach is C. I forget these guys' names. Corfish. Corfish is C. But then this guy is B. I kind of like how he looks. Actually, no. Corfish is B. You're A. You're a slightly worse version than these guys to me. Actually, you're slightly better than these two, but worse than this guy. As long as you stay the hell away from Folgers, we're good. Yeah, I don't think I'd take Folgers. That's for old people that forget what taste buds are like. My uncle, one of them, loves Folgers. And like that's the only thing he buys. Or coffee-wise. But also it's like one of the cheapest. It tastes like decaf. Yeah, and he likes to taste the decaf. I don't think I like decaf coffee. I know that for sure. Ball toy. Ball toy is interesting to me because it looks like a toy, and I like that. It looks like a toy. You stand by what you said about taste buds. But I also don't like this guy for a similar reason, but not the same reason to Why are you up here? You're not a senior D. To this guy. Actually, you know what? You're going F. I don't like your eyeballs. They weird me out too much. Lileep. Lileep is C. These guys are just a little weirder to me. I don't understand the petals. The petals are just interesting. They really are looking at us. They really are. Stop looking at me. Love these guys. Armadillo. Not Armadillo. Whatever his name is. I love. No, not Armaldo. What are these guys' names? Whatever they are, I like them. Feebas. So, with Feebas lately, I've been trying to, or the past few months, I've been walking with Feebas in Pokemon Go to get the candies for it, and it's been taking so long. But oddly, because of that, it's made it go up. Normally it'd be like a B for me, but because of how long I had it with me and walked with it everywhere, it's went up to a B. Melodic is an A as well, though. Cast form. On one hand, I think it's funny that it looks like it has booba, but on the other hand, I don't like its wispy hair. Like it just has a wisp of hair. I like the other forms much better than the regular form, but base form, I think it's just a B. Love Kecleon. They're weird. I have a lot in A. I feel like most people I've seen that do a tier list of Pokemon, they're C and B's large, but not their A. But I have apparently a lot more that I actually just enjoy. And I've seen a lot of people have D and F. I have a lot. I have a massive A. Some people have said I have the biggest A. Shuppet. I like Shuppet. I just like these guys. They're kind of goofy looking, and I like it. Also, Duskull. I like how it looks like an old man holding its arms behind its back. Dusk Noir. You're not Dusk Noir. You're Dusclops. Dusclops, yep. You're okay. You're B. Tropius. I love Tropius. I don't know what about them it is, but I just really like them. Chimecho is B as well. Absol. I think Mega Absol is A, but regular Absol is S tier. Love how Absol looks. They're just so pretty. Wobbuffet is A. Again, cute. Snorunt is A as well for also cuteness, even though it's like a different cuteness, so why not? I love just the open mouth, unable to close his mouth. Can't think of his name, but this guy, I just love. He reminds me of one of my uncles, the one with bad coffee taste. Mostly because he also has a huge beard and talks a lot, so his mouth is always open. He does talk a lot. I'm not lying there. But also just base form. Base form is pretty cool too. Feel I love because he's just so round. He's a round boy. But the other forms, not a big fan of the other forms. Clamperl. Clamperl, I would say, is A. Yeah, I'll say A tier. But then these are A tier. For sure. You know, I'll bump you down to B. But these guys are A tier. I like how these guys are. Also like Relicanth. I just think it's cool. Hello, Heaven. Love Disc is C. Bagon. I don't know why my brain went back on these nuts. That doesn't make sense. But because it makes me laugh thinking of bag on these nuts, it goes A. Or B. Salamence is also B. You're nothing crazy. Mega Salamence is A though. I like how its mega looks, even if it is like constantly flying. The whole Metagross line is sweet. I like them. Beldum, Metang, and Metagross. I love the Reggie line. Not the line, but the Reggies, simply because of the weird noises they make in the anime. I love the un. And the Reggie eyes. I don't know what he's even doing, but I love him. Not a fan of the Latios and Latios, especially their megas. Their megas actually are bumped down to D. I just don't like how their megas look the almost exact same. Love Primal Kyogre and regular Kyogre, and then Primal and regular Groudon. I love almost all the legendaries. Almost all the legendaries look sick to me. Especially Mega Rayquaza. He's so sick. Regular Rayquaza is going S tier though. I think this one looks cooler, but I have more nostalgia for regular Rayquaza. Jirachi is also pretty fun, but not like the others. I think Jirachi is B. Regular form. You're not. What is your name? Also, you're not regular form, are you? No, you're the attack form. I think you're attack form. I think attack. I think most of them are A. Actually, yeah, they're all A. I just like them. Love the Turtwig line. I've seen a lot of people don't like Grovyle for some reason. Or not Grovyle. Whatever this form is called. A lot of people I've seen don't like it for some reason. I don't know why. I love it. It reminds me of Land Before Time and Spike. Reminds me of Spike, and I love Spike. So he goes there. Also, Torterra is just fun. A little tidbit about Nexus. Nexus has a plush Turtwig, and they've had it since they were like a little kid. And for a while, they carried around the Turtwig plush everywhere with them. They even have a specific name for their Turtwig plush. I can't remember it, but it is adorable. I'm pretty sure he still has it. This tastes too much like alcohol to sip, but has too much volume to take as a shot. Messed up. You're half paying attention. You just haven't said anything truly awful in the past couple minutes. Damn. Gotta work up my game. Also love Chimchar. Love the monkeys. They're cute. A lot of people don't like them because they're monkeys. But I like them because they're monkeys. Honestly, all of the entire Gen 4, I love the starters. They're very fun. Starly. Starly is B. I like Starly better than I like Pidgey or Fearow, if I'll be honest. Or Pidgey or Spearow, I should say. Where did I put Spearow? I don't know. Oh, I put Spearow up here, didn't I? Where did I put Spiro? There you are. Spiro might be moving down to B. Starly moves up to A. The grass monkeys are a little too doofy for you. Grass monkeys. You mean these guys? Pansage and Semi-Sage? That makes sense. Why is their hair like that? I kind of like it because of the hair. I don't know why, but the weirdness of his hair, it reminds me of some anime character. I can't think of their name, but I love it. Starly, what is this? I can't remember his name. He's C because he's kind of a lesser version. Staraptor is B. Like, I like Starly better. He's C, but then Staraptor goes to B. When's the barber like, fuck my shit up so bad it passes down to my children? Honestly, good on him for that. He's got to show him up. Though, I think of these three, or of these six, I should say, I think Semi-Seer has the best hairdo. A plus barber, though. True. The barber should say no more and knew exactly what to do. God Bidoof goes up here. But I think in all honesty, I think I like Bibarel better than Bidoof. But because of the memes, Bidoof goes higher. Cricketoon. I like Cricketoon, but I'm not a big fan of Cricketot. Except for the Deli Whoop. Love the Deli Whoops. Shinx is just so goddamn adorable. Why are you back here? I've already done you. Okay, I think we need a tier 4 already done. Oh, oops. I've already done you. Did I pull you down? No, I already did you as well. Oh, it's just repeating. Can we delete them? No. Okay. Well. Just gotta put these guys in here because we've already done them. There's so much. Deli Whoops, best sound? Indeed. Oh! I didn't realize that's what this did. Okay. So I can scroll up. Okay, never mind. Earlier I thought I would have to like come all the way down here to grab a Pokemon to go all the way up. I didn't realize that's what the pin images does, is this. So you can scroll up and still have this here. That's nice. Okay. Gotta keep doing this though. Because for some reason they added Gen 3 like twice. You appear to have successfully course your iron farm and to become a breeder. Nice quality of life. Yeah, very nice quality of life. How is that word said? COALITY. XED. Course? I never remember how to say it. Either way, good job. I saw you were in the server earlier. Thought about popping in and just saying hey, but I figured you were busy or AFK. Coaxed. Oh, coaxed. Sounds weird. Doesn't sound right. I don't know why. I believe you that it is right. I don't know why it sounds weird to me. Okay, and we're back. Well, yeah, the Shinx line. Love Shinx, love Luxio, love Luxray. They're all cool. I'm not wrong about the coaxed thing. Yeah, it just feels weird. I like Badu. I like that they gave a Pokemon. They gave Rosalia, Roserade, and Badu. I love a lot of the Gen 4 mons. Not a big... Shieldon is okay. Burmy I don't really like. Not a big fan of the Burmy line. But I like the... Actually, I do like the Butterfly one. Love the doofy fucking helmet idiots. Rampardos and whatever the first one is. I love how goofy they are. They remind you of your idiot son. I like to think that they just headbutt things. And that is funny to me. Combi is C. However, Vespiquen is A. Pachirisu is too much like Pikachu to me. And also is so annoying in Pokemon Pocket. Battering ram creatures, indeed. Weasel, I love Weasel. There's like a guaranteed Weasel area in Nuzlocking, the fourth game, Diamond and Pearl, that I always try and shoot for if I'm doing Nuzlocks, just because I love how they look. Same with them. I like how they look. Cherub, I think regular Cherub is B. No, yeah, B. However, the day forms, I like these guys. They're so goofy. Especially with this one dancing around all the time. Also love the slugs. I don't know why, but I just like their slugs. This is who I was talking about earlier. A lot of people don't like this guy, like, at all. But I think he's funky. And I like him. I like his funkiness. Love the Drifloon. I like how they have, like, it looks like they have a marshmallow on their head. Like marshmallow cream. Not the... I know they're supposed to be clouds, but it looks like marshmallow cream to me, and I love it. Love the Baneri line. I think they're just sick. I know a lot of people like them for Guna reasons, but I like them for regular reasons as well. Drifloon is single-handedly carrying the lost child economy, which for some reason is essential for Pokemon ecology. True. They are the drug dealers of lost children in Pokemon. Or would it be the drug? Yeah, they're the drug dealer and the maker of lost children. Masquerain? Is that what this one's called? I love it, by the way. Not a big fan of Murkrow. Or, the first one was Murkrow. Not a big fan of Honchkrow. I do kind of like that it's a mob boss. Where did I just move? Charmeleon, you go back down. Per Ugly, I like the Per Ugly line because they're cats. I love cats. Chingling. Stop giving me those eyes, Purloin. They're watching you. Chingling. They're okay. Love Stunky. I like Skuntank because of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and the character of Skuntank. Even though he's like evil. Bronzong is, or Bronzor is C, but Bronzong is A. So is Bonsley. I like Bonsley. Honestly, most of the baby Pokemon, those two are cute. I don't like this one. But these two are cute. I like them. Chatot. I like Chatot. Spiritomb is B. I'm not crazy about it. Love Gibble because it's just trying to bite everything. And also I just like the whole Bite, Gibble, Garchomp. They're all pretty cool. Love me some Munchlax. And Ryulu. By the way, this isn't like completely up to date. The last they got updated was apparently Chestnut. But it is up there. Oh no, it is. I think it is completely up to date. Hold on. Let me move me. The reason I say that is my tier list is just guys who would sound like Quagsire and guys who are lesser. Fair. But yeah, the reason I say I think it is up to date, I see this guy. Wasn't this guy like very new? And him? I haven't seen those guys yet. So we'll get to them when we get to them. Let me move me back. Also, am I too much in the way in the middle here? I think I'm fine here. Why does the Starmie have human legs? Oh yeah, spoilers for some of the megas. I love it. I think it's hilarious. It's so dumb, but I love it. That is not right. Don't judge his legs. He worked hard for those legs. By the way, I'm trying to show. Stop standing up. It's not safe. Where is? There we go. This is what it looks like to throw stuff at me. Y'all, that's what it looks like to throw stuff at me. Get off my face. And then there's this one. So, this one. That one is from the random BS Go redemption. This one is for every bit you give, it'll throw something at me. I think up to 50. So like, I think max is 50. I believe. I don't know. I've yet to test it out. I can't really give myself money, so I can't test it out. But still. Stuff can be thrown at me. What were you saying? Stop standing up. It's not safe. Have you learned nothing from the cat? Beautiful. Indeed. Hippopotas. I kind of like how Hippopotas, it looks a little derpy. Hippowdon, it's pretty cool. I like how it has like two different colors for female and male. The Drapion and Scorpion? That sounds wrong. I kind of don't like them. I don't know why, but its arms coming out of its head is so weird to me. Love me, these guys. Mostly because they keep punching Brock. Love Carvana. Not Carnivine. Carnivine. Not a big fan of these guys. I didn't like Mantine earlier, but I do like Mantike. It's like cuteness. I like Snover. Snover goes there. This one, I can't remember his name, he goes there. Abomasnow goes there. But then, like, Mega Abomasnow, like, part of me wants to say C, but then another part of me wants to say A. Because its triangle mouth reminds me of a cat mouth. And how I've seen some cats on, like, TikTok or whatever, where when they meow, they just have a triangle as a mouth. And I find that adorable. It looks like a giant cat. Just doing the meow. Weavile goes in A. Magnezone goes B. I marked Magnetite and Magnemite in A earlier, but Magnezone is B because it's not really adding. They kind of just melted together. Keep thinking I gotta be most of the way through, then having to remind myself that no, you still recognize these weird dogs. True. Don't like Lickitung or Rhyperior. Tangrowth is okay, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't like Electivire tentacles. His tentacles are too weird to me. Don't like Magmor or Magmortar either. Not a big fan of Togekiss. I don't know why. It just looks too solid to me. And for some reason that is weird to me. I don't know why. Love Yanmega. Yanmega is cool. So is Leafeon and Glaceon. They're cool. As is Gliscor. Piloswine, I really like him. One, because he's cool. But also because in Pokemon Pocket, one of the decks I have, so there's a challenge for some decks, some of the AI decks that you face against, and where you have to use a certain tier of Pokemon or below, and Piloswine fits in that tier, and it's a pretty decent Pokemon for the game. Love Porygon Z, love Gallade and Mega Gallade. Probopass is Steve Harvey. I love the Steve Harvey Pokemon. Dusknoir is pretty cool. Frostas is cool. The Rotom forms are C to me. I don't know why, but they don't really do it for me. The top 10 appliances tier this time. They don't really do it. I kind of like the washing machine more. I think I like the washing machine. And the lawnmower are okay. But not the fan, refrigerator, or oven. Like, I feel like that could have been better. I don't know what they could have been. But they're just, I don't know. They don't do it for me. I do love that the oven has oven mitts on. That is kind of cute. Regular Rotom goes up here, though. For sure. I love the Lake Trio. I do not like these forms. I was very like, I don't like these. These don't look good to me. Where did his arms go? And why are his... I don't understand. I don't like them. However, the regular versions, I love the regular versions. Heatran I like because he seems like such a, out of, he's so, never in the main story ever. He's always like somewhere like very far off, or just like off the beaten path. And I like that about him. He's just kind of around. Regigius is one of my favorites of all time. Same with Therian, Garatina. Not Therian. Whatever this form is called. But the regular one is actually B for me. Same with Cresselia. Not a big fan of it. I like these guys. Love Darkrai. Darkrai is like... Darkrai might be my favorite legendary. I like Shaman. Shaman's interesting. Arceus is pretty cool. Love Victreebel. Or not Victreebel. Victini. I like Victini. They're cool. Now these are top tier. Except for Pignite. Not a big fan of Pignite. But the other ones, I just love these guys. They're so cool. It could be my bias of Gen 5 being my first game. My first real game. I played Diamond first. However, I didn't understand it at all. Black and White is where I actually understood the game. Patrat goes in D because he kept killing my stuff in the Nuzlocke that Sai and I did together. However, in reality, I think B. He's okay. Not Watchog, though. I don't like Watchog. Lillipup and these two, Stoutland, they go over here. Purloin goes over here because cat. Now, a lot of people do not like the monkeys that I've seen. They can't stand the monkeys. I don't mind the monkeys. They're not great for like battling, like at all, but I still like them. Not a big fan of Muna or Musharna. I don't like that they're just a fetus. Why are they a fetus? I don't like that they're a fetus. Pidove. I like Pidove. They're okay. Same with Trinkle. The whole line, really. I always forget that Zebstrika and the first form are Gen 5. I keep, for some reason, thinking they're Gen 4. And that they go along with Rapidash. Which I don't... Is Rapidash Gen 4? I don't remember. But they feel like they go together, and yet they don't. They're not. But either way, I still like them. Love the Boulder line. Especially Gigalith. Swoobat and Woobat are B. I don't hate them like other people do, but they're not crazy. They're better than Zubat. The Zubat line. Not a big fan of Excadrill. And this guy. They just... I don't know. Their noses are a bit too long for me. Autono, Mega Autono is D. Not a fan of Mega Autono. Regular Autono is C. Just by looks. Like, it's very helpful in game for getting, like, in Nuzlocke. But that's about the only... That's about as much as it goes. Timber. I think Timber is B. But then they just keep getting veiny. And I don't like how veiny they are. But at the same time, I like how bulby the Tadbulb line... Or not Tadbulb. I like how bulby these guys are. Throw and Soccer, okay. They're B. Swaddle. Love how cute Swaddle is. Swadloon goes D, though. But then... the third is A. Love Venipede's line. Or I love Venipede and Scolipede. Scolipede is okay. Cottony. Would you be against me just shooting the tick rate up to 5 speed on aggressor for a bit to avoid standing around waiting? I think you can do that. If there was other people on the server, I'd say no. But if it's just you on the server, you could do it. Simply because I understand how long AFKing could be, and it could be annoying. Cottony and I don't know. Not a big fan of the first form. But the second form, I kind of like the second form. So we'll put you in B. Love Petalil. I love the dancing Petalil. Or the dancing Lilligant. It's kind of pretty. In before I get decimated by a zombie. Baby zombie. ICBN. I don't know what ICBN means. Don't really like Basculin. They're okay. Regular Sandile is pretty cool, but then the evolved forms I like them. I like regular Darumaka and Darmanitan better than Galarian Darumaka and Darmanitan. I love Cacturn. Not Cacturn. Whatever this form is called. Or whatever this Pokemon's called. Dwebble is okay. They're decent. Scrafty, I love Scrafty and Scraggy. Not a big fan of Sigilyph. I love the Yamask. I love just that they cry whenever they see their face. Love the this line. In before I get dismayed by a baby zombie, intercontinental ballistic missile. Rock that got thrown really hard. Caracosta and Archeops. Archeops are like my favorite fossil Pokemon. Arcan and Torte. These two are sick as well. I like Trubbish and Garbodor. I don't know. Like, I have never seen this guy. I need a better resolution photo. Let me see what he looks like. Dynamax Trubbish. Or Garbodor. Okay. I kind of like that he has a cruise boat. Oh, it's a toy cruise ship. But I kind of like that. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we'll go Mega Garbodor or Dynamax Garbodor can go B. Zora and Zorora get to be A because they're cool. Love Minccino and Cinccino. I just think they're so fluffy and cute. Gothita. Is it Gothita? Gothorita? Gothitelle. Gothita is a child. I don't like that they're just a child. I don't know. Like, I know that Ryulu kind of looks like just a child as well. But not... He looks like a bipedal puppy dog to me. However, you're just a child. Same with you. You're just children. But Gothitel's cool. I like Gothitelle. Solosis. I'm not a big fan of regular Solosis. Or of Solosis in the second form. But I love Reuniclus. Love Veld. This is we ever tell you about that, Vivian? When Sai and I were doing the Pokemon Black and White Nuzlocke, we both had a ducklet called Veld, and we carried them throughout most of the game to Victory Road. And unfortunately, we came across a Sigilyph that had like thunders or something like that, and just completely killed him. I felt so bad, but they were like, Veld to tell them. I said, "Hi, hello, Veld." I ranked Veld as A. The ice cream. I like the first ice cream. The first ice cream is cute. The others disturb me. Their smiles are disturbing. Why are all the Deerling here? I guess we're ranking all the colors of the Deerling. I think I like regular Deerling, or fall and spring Deerling, or is that summer? I think that's fall and spring. But then summer and winter are going D. I lost Deerling. There it is. And then Sawsbuck. Honestly, all the Sawsbucks are pretty cool. I think they knocked it out of the park with Sawsbuck. Emolga is cool. I think Sai hates Emolga, but I like Emolga. Carablast is They responded to they're at 6th gen with God's help. With God's help them. Yep. No, we're only 5th gen right now. Fuck. Excalibur. I like Excalibur. They're cool. You could have sworn the ice cream is 6. Nope. It's Unova. Gen 5. I like Fungus and Amoongus because of Among Us. You were so confident. I could tell. It was hilarious. I always forget that Frillish and Jellicent aren't Gen 6. I forget that they're in Gen 5. Not a big fan of... I also forget that Alomola is not Gen 4. I don't really like Alomola. Love Joltik. Joltik is S tier. And Galvantula is A tier. Ferroseed, whichever one the seed is, which I assume that's Ferroseed, is B. And then this one is A. Oh god, my door's at 5 times tick speed. Clink, Clank, and Clink, Clank. I love just because of the name. And that they're just floating gears. Tynamo, and the whole Electros line. Love them because of Pokemon Pocket. Steps outside, immediately dies to Spider. At least we have keep inventory on. LGM and BHM. I love these guys. I know whenever everyone talks about Emeralds, they talk about him as Rotom. And to me, Emeralds is BHM and LGM. I don't know why, but they feel more like Psy than Rotom to me. Litwick is pretty cool, but I love the Chandelier. Love the Axew line. Little less with Fracture, but then Haxorus is up there. Beartick and Cubchoo, I never know. Keeping inventory on is the only reason you even consider this. That's fair. Sometimes I love how Cubchoo and Beartick look, but then other times I'm like, that's snot and drool, and that's disgusting. Oh god, if you see one creeper, oh yeah, you'll immediately be blown up in whatever you built. The snowflake, not a big fan of snowflake. There was a thing I saw that someone made of like, it might have been M&J TV, of what if every Pokemon had an evolution or was part of an evolution. So like all the Pokemon that are like single evolutions, they got either added to an evolution, or yeah, they just got added to an evolution, and I think he added these together, so that it Snorunt evolved into 3 different ones, either just a snowflake, this guy, or this one, and I thought that was a pretty cool theory. It still goes in C though, in B. I mean, you go in C. I don't remember your name. Same with you. Stunfisk. I used to really not like Stunfisk. I just didn't like the design, but it's grown on me, and so it goes to B. Like, I love Minfu and Shinfu. They're kind of cute. Dredigan I love, even though he's like terrible. I like him. Love Golett and Golurk. Bisharp is cool, but then Pawniard looks a little funky to me. I don't know why. Love Bouffalant. Rufflet is okay, but then I forgot about Hisuian Braviary. Honestly, Hisuian Braviary is C, but then regular Braviary is B. I do like it just as a bird, but at the same time, like as a bird Pokemon, I think it looks pretty cool. But then at the same time, I just love seeing the memes of America, fuck yeah, and it's just using Braviary or Bouffalant. I find that funny. Volibee, I think Volibee's cute, but then I don't like its evolution. I don't like Heatmore either. I do like Durant. They're okay. Dino goes up here. Zweilous goes B. But then Hydreigon is S tier. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Larvesta goes A. Don't remember your name. You're C. Not a big fan of the Swords of Justice. Well, I kind of like Terrakion. I like Terrakion, but the other two, Verzian and Cobolian, are not. I don't know. Not a fan of Therian form. Is this Therian form? I can't remember which one's Therian form, which one's the other form. But I don't like this one. I don't know why, but I don't like this one. But then the regular ones, I like the regular ones. Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus. I think this is Therian form. I like Therian form, Thundurus, or Landorus. But the other ones are C and then D. Love Reshiram and Zekrom. They are sick as hell. And Kyurem. Black and white Kyurem, though, are B. Keldios, I think Therian Keldios. No, not Therian. This form of Keldios is C, but then regular Kelios, Cleos. I forgot his name. He is A. Love Meloetta. It just reminds, for some reason, it reminds me of Hatsune Miku and Katsune Tito. Love Genesect. I like the Chestnut and Chespin. I do not like the middle evolution. Love Fennekin. Love the other two. Froakie's sweet. Don't remember your name. Not a fan of Ash Greninja. Like, I like regular Greninja, not a fan of Ash Greninja. I'm just not. Bunnelby. I like Bunnelby. I don't like this one. Fletchling. Fletchling is C. Fletchinder is C as well. Talonflame is B though. I like Talonflame a little bit more. Scorpy. I can't remember what these are called. I know this is Vermilion. I like Vermilion. By the way, Vivian, we are now in Gen 6. Litleo is okay. Litleo is okay. The female Pyroar I like, but the adult Pyroar, not a big fan. I do like that. I think it's a kanji for fire. I kind of like that design, but that's about it. Flabebe, I love the entire Flabebe line. They're so pretty. Gagoat, love Gagoat. Absolutely adore Pancham. He's such a mischievous little punk. Like, he's such a brat, and I love him for it. Furfrou is pretty cool. Esper, Pancham is Blue Bomb. True. You know what? You're not wrong. This is Blue Bomb. You are completely correct. Esper. It's weird. Its eyes, like, repel me, but at the same time, draw me in. I like and I dislike its eyeballs. And how it's just constantly staring at me. And for that, it goes an A. And the evolved form is actually pretty cool. I like the sword. And that it just goes from one sword to two sword and shield. Spritzy and Aromatisse. Spritzy is okay, but I don't really like Aromatisse. Not a big fan of Swirlix either. You have pinged the child about it. Perfect. Inkay is B, but then whatever your name is, Le Agua? I don't know what that means. What is going on with my left eye? Or my right eye? It's like struggling. Barbaracle. I used to not like Barbaracle, but then its Mega made me like it. Right, like, maybe go back and look at it, and I'm like, actually, I kind of like it now. I love the Dragalge line. I think they're just a better Horsey line. Love Klotzer. Klotzer's pretty cool. And Helioptile. And Heliolisk. Gen 6 had some pretty good Pokemon. Not a big fan of these two. Sylveon, S tier. Same with Hawlucha. Dedenne C tier. Same with Carpink. Love Sliggoo and Slugma. Not Slugma. Sliggoo, Goodra, and the other one. Not a fan of regular Goodra, though. These guys are B tier. Klefki. I love Klefki. I love that it has a Clef as well. Phantom is fun. Poltergeist is not... Or Pumpkaboo, not Poltergeist. Pumpkaboo and what this form's called. They're okay. Or they're not okay. Don't really like them. Bergmite and the Iceberg. Not a fan. Noivern is B, but then the evolved form is A tier. Love Xerneas and Yavatal. Also love Zygarde's forms. Mega Diance's so pretty. Same with regular Diancie. Love how mischievous Hoopa is. Like, they're just so mischievous. And I love that for them. Volcanion, I love. You love that your model blinks like a frog. I don't know why they do that. It could be the lighting. Not a big fan of Rowlet or... I want to say Dustox, but that's not your name. But then your evolved form, I love your evolved form. It's like I think they might be my favorite of Gen 7, which we're in now. The whole Litten line is so cute. Same with Poplio. He blinks one eye at a time. That is very weird. I love Tropius. What is your name? I forget their name. But I love these guys simply because... Toucanon. I love Toucanon's line. Because I did like a Gen 7... I think it was Gen 7. Playthrough, or a Nuzlocke before. Like by myself. And Toucanon carried. And since then, I've loved him. I don't like the Trump Pokemon. They're going in F tier. Because they're Trump. And honestly, it just kind of look ugly. I'm not a fan of how they look. Yongoose is better. Why do they look like that? I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it's on purpose, because I wouldn't think that's what they would do. But at the same time, it's so similar. Not a fan of Chargebug. I feel like I would be a fan of this guy if, this is the only one of the only Pokemon in the entire ranking where I am going based off of his stats, because his stats are so not great. I don't like Crabrawler or Crabominable. Oricorio, base form Oricorio or electric form is okay. I think they're all okay. But then the red, this one I love. Not a fan of this guy. But then the middle evolution I like. Love me these guys. Or Rockruff. Absolutely love Dusk form, Lycanroc. Or Night form, whatever it's called. Love Wishy-Washy. Toxapec's not a big fan. Not C, though. They're more like B. Mudbray. Not a fan of Mudbray, but I like its middle or second evolution better. Not a fan of Dewpider, but I like the second one. Love these two. I like this mushroom. I don't like this mushroom. Love Slandit and Salazzle. Absolutely adore these two. They're so... Sorry, y'all can't see. Absolutely adore these two. They're so cuddly, and they will hug you to death. And I love that. And also in the anime, this guy is like always fighting something, it seems like. I like this. I like these two, but I'm not a big fan of Bonsweet. Or you. Not a big fan of either of these 3 or 4. Love. So earlier when I was saying how the thing of like Magikarp going from like this wimpy little nothing into this big dragon, I feel like the Wimpod line did that better. I mean, it's not a dragon, but going from like a wimpy whatever to slightly less wimpy, whatever. I like that. I think they did it much better. Palisand and this evolution, not a big fan of. Pincurchin is okay. Silvally and Type Null, I like them. I like the Meteorite. I like how they like change and like put armor on them. I see this one and I think of Noflin simply because of Australia. They go B, I think. This one feels like it should be so cool, and yet at the same time, I'm not a big fan of it. I can't remember its name. The turtle thingy. Togedemaru. I love Togedemaru simply because of its name. It's so fun to say Togedemaru. You've got some bussin' fries. Man, I want some fries. Mimikyu is S tier. Hate Bruxish. I know people have said that like Bruxish was like Hillary, and this guy was Trump. I don't think so. This doesn't really strike me as Hillary Clinton, but I still hate it. It looks so nasty. It's up there with Delilewhoop. Agreed. Dedenne is definitely up there with Delilewhoop. You're better than me. You're not wrong. Drampa. I like Drampa just because it's an angry grandpa. Love Delmise. You meant the sound of Togedemaru? Yeah, I figured. I figured you didn't mean Bruxish. Not a big fan of the Hakmo-O line. I love the names of like Hakmo-O, Komo-O. I feel like those are cool. And I like the final evolution. But the first two are not doing it for me. Love these legendaries. Can't remember. Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, I think. I like them. I love Cosmog, Cosmoem, Salgalego, and Lunal. I don't remember your name. I like them. The Jellyfish Legendary Beast is okay. Buzzwole is S tier. Same with this one, simply because of the I think Japanese anime where it's just yelling. Like it's just a man yelling, and I love that. Necrozma and these two I think go there. Same with you and Circuitry. But the other ones are B. Love Magearna. Absolute. Marshadow is also up there for one of my favorites. Poipole. Poipole is A, but its evolved form is B. The castle is D. Love the exploding clown. Same as Aurora and Melton. I am not a fan of Melmetal's Gigantamax though. I don't know why. I feel like it fits it very well. I'm just not a fan of it. Grookey. Grookey? Is it Grookey or Grookey? Either way. Grookey. I like Grookey. Do not like its metal form. But then I love its Gigantamax and its evolution. Scorbunny. Not a big fan of Scorbunny. Honestly, the entire... Not a big fan of any of these. But then I love the water type Sobble line. I like that he's just on a sniper tower. Not a big fan of Chipmunks. Or Rookity, for that matter. But I love Corviknight. Corviknight is cool. And Mega Corviknight. What are these guys called? I forget their names. But I like them all. I was about to say Dupiter, but that's not their name. I like them. They're pretty dope. I like that he's just a flying UFO. I find that fun. Nickit. I like Nickit. Its evolution is okay. This guy reminds me of a Plants vs. Zombies plant. I don't know why. Like, the top of its head looks like the starfruit plant. But in general, like, I'm not a big fan of it. Same with these guys. Love Wooloo. Not a big fan of Double, though. They're okay. Same with Choodle. Not a big fan of Choodle. But I love the evolved form and the Gigantamax. Love Yamper and Boltund. Same with Torkoal. Not a fan of the Gigantamax, but I do like the regular. Love the Applin, all the Applin stuff. Like Diplin, all them. I love them. The snake is okay. But then Sandaconda. Love Sandaconda. Love how it turns into like a tornado. Like sandstorm tornado. I love how this dumbass can eat Pikachu. I don't know why, but I just find that fun. The first Arrokuda is okay, but then Barraskewda is B. Love Toxel. It is such a cute baby. Love a Vor creature. Indeed. Indeed. What is happening? Yeah, I love the Toxel line. This might be my favorite Gigantamax. It just looks so sick to me. And I love it. Love Scolipede. They're pretty dope. I like how long he gets. Crabrawler. Like Crabrawler. Not a big fan of Sinistea. Love Hatene, though. I love how Gigantamax Hattern, whatever their name is just like an angry lady. Love whatever these gremlins' names are. Isn't Scolipede the wide one that E6 loves for some reason? I don't know who E6 is. Scolipede. Oh, did I say them wrong? No, wait. Now I'm mixing them up with the Venipede line. I can't remember. Isn't Scolipede... It goes Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede. Did I say Scolipede for these guys? I meant Centiskorch. Centiskorch is interesting. It's fun. Love Grimmsnarl's line. Grimmsnarl's pretty sick. Obstagoon I like. I like... what is his name? It's not Glaring Mouth, but I like it. E6 is... I'll tell you when you're older. Website for furries. Ah. Why would they like Scolipede in a website for... I don't know. I like this... I like Corsolas evolution. You don't know? I don't know either. Not a fan... Oh, this is Sirfetch'd. Not a fan of Sirfetch'd. I don't like it. This is the only Mr. Mime I like. Is this Mr. Rhyme? I don't know, it's weird. It sounds very weird. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon I can see the furry community liking. Not Centiskorch. That has too many legs. That's a fair point. How does Casey feel with Scolipede? Because Casey hates centipedes, right? Do they just absolutely hate Scolipede? Or Scolipede and Centiskorch? Love Runerius, by the way. Love Alcremie. But I'm not a big fan of the cake of the Gigantamax cake Alcremie. You will yuck all over that yum. No clue though. Like Phalanx. Like whatever your name is. No clue on Casey's opinion, but probably negative. That's what I assume. Love Snom. Not a big fan of Frost. Whatever your name is. Or you. Also, not you. Ice Cube is C for me. You're okay. I don't like these guys. I don't know why, but I don't like them. Snom has the best. Agreed. He really does. Not a fan of the first evolution, but then I like the Gigantamax evolution. I do not like. I like the attempt at what these fossils are, but I don't like how it was executed. I don't think they're cool. I also don't like the Gigantamax. This. I do like the first form that looks like a lighter, though. Love Dreepy. And them. Snom is entirely :3. He really is. Where'd he go? I lost him. Snom is supposed to be up here. I put some stuff out of order. They're supposed to go A. There we go. Yeah, Snom. He's such. You found a creeper? Did you find the creeper or the creeper find you? Not a fan of these legendaries. I might be right. Not a fan of them. Not a fan of Urshifu. Or Kubfu. I think Kubfu. Not a fan of Kubfu, but I like the Urshifus. They're sick. Same with their Gigantamax. Don't like this guy. This guy looks weird to me. Same with the Reggies. I like the horse. I don't like the rider on the horse. Riding the horse. Also not a fan of Weird Ear. I like you. I can't remember what your name is, but I like you. Love Ursulina. I didn't like the Basculins, but I love Basculegion. You're fun too. Not a fan of you. I do not like... I don't know why. I think it's just the snub nose of this one. I'm not a fan of it. I just don't really like it. I like this form, though. I think this form looks pretty sick. I do wish... kind of wish it was like muscular like the other ones. But I do like it. Hey, we're at Sprigatito. Florgato, or Sprigatito, Florgato, Masquerada. You go up there. But still, Sprigatito. The Weed Cat. Weed Cat goes up here. Love how derpy these guys are. And Scolipede. I love the Quaxly's, like the final one. The other two are okay. Not a fan of the pig. I love the chunk's name, but I'm not a fan of the chunk. I put y'all in C again. I meant to put y'all in B. Definitely not a fan of Oinkalone. I love meat sticks. I love the little grasshopper, whatever their name is. I think Palmy's cute, but then Palmo and Palmot I don't like. I love Teddy, Tandem Mouse, and Mousehold. Same with Bossond and its evolution. I love Small's line. They're pretty cool. I like this mon because it reminds me of Chi, and that's pretty cool. Love the salt Pokemon. I just imagine licking them. I don't know why. Charcadet is okay, but the Arm Rouge and the other one are cool. Tadbulb I like. Same with you. Close to the end. Not a fan of these two. I like the dogs, especially with the storyline with the sandwiches. I can't remember what the kid's name is. Not Arvel. I was gonna say Armin, but that's Attack on Titan. Love Grafii. Strudel is okay. I like Palafin. He's pretty cool. What else? I always forget about these guys. I always forget that there's just this. But I do like them. Toad School is... I love Toad School. I love his funky little walk. Toad School is cool as well. Cloth, not a big fan. Not a big fan of this. I can't think of their name. Toxic Kid? No. I can't remember their name. But then when they evolve, I like their evolution. I don't like this guy because he's just holding poop. Like, it makes sense. But I don't like it. But then its evolution, I like slightly better, even though it's still poop. Heaven, if you're still here, I don't mean this in a bad way. This reminds me of you, but I don't like this. The only reason it reminds me of you is because of the coloring scheme. Because its colors very well fit you, I think. But I'm not a fan of it. But I love Espathra. Espathra feels more like you in like a... He's cute. He's okay. But Espathra, I feel like fits your vibe more so. And I do like Espathra. I like Tinkatink. Tinkaton. Tinkatink. What is it? Tinkatink? Something else in Tinkaton. That's about as far as your feelings go. I just wanted to make sure you knew that I wasn't saying that I didn't like him, didn't like this guy because it reminded me of you. Just want to make sure that was clear. Those were two separate thoughts. Love Wiglet and Wug Trio. They're so weird. Bombardier's okay. The Dolphin is okay. I love how weird these Reverum and Reverum are. Like, they feel like they shouldn't be Pokemon because they're car engines. But I like that about them. Also like you. Love Orathorn. Though I always forget it has arms. But I love it. Not a big fan of these guys because they were just annoying. Love the dead dog. I don't remember its name. A lot of people I've seen do not like Flamigo, but I love Flamigo. I love how it's a flamingo and amigo. It's so dumb, and I love it. Absolutely love the land whale. I like this guy. I don't know why, but it's fun. It's fun, and I like that its ability, even though its ability sucks, I still like it. Love Tatsugiri and the thing it fits in. You're not Primate, but what is your name? Name? No. Whatever this Pokemon is, I actually like it quite a bit. Clodsire. Love Clodsire. Golden Go is okay. Big Whooper, my beloved. Love some Big Whooper. I can't remember these guys' names to save the life of me. But I like them. They're all pretty cool. I think one's Shin Pao, and that's the only one I remember. Love Furgraph. The Dunsparce goes in S tier. You go there. Not a big fan of these. Not a big fan of quite a few of the Scarlet Mons, actually. Or the Paradox Mons. I like you. I like this one because I used it in a lot of 7-star raids. I'm so disappointed in this Hydreigon. Because Hydreigon is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Pokemon. And this one is just such a letdown to me. I think that's why it's going F tier. Like, if it was by itself, it'd go much higher. But with its in consideration of Hydreigon, it's not great. You're down here in C as well. Same with you. But then I actually like this one. I can't think of its name. And Delibird. Or Iron Bundle, I should say. Frigibax. Not a fan of Frigibax. It just looks a little too weird to me. Meant to move these guys up as well. These guys go in A tier. Yeah, this line, Frigibax line, I'm just not really into. Your B tier, you're okay. You can go up there with Golden Go. I love Paradox Scalamence though, or Salamence, or can't think of what it's called. An Iron Valiant. I like the Boxer. Why is his head cut off? Why is your head cut off? I like these two. I love the names of these. Why are you here? Here, I'll put you up here. I like you. Their names. I think their names are pretty funny. I like their names, but that's about it. But otherwise, they're going here. I have yet to play any of the DLC with these guys. So, or everything from here on out, I've yet to actually see in game. And except for Ogerpon. We'll put Ogerpon. He's B. He's okay. He's nothing great. You're cute, so you go here. Same with you. You're actually kind of cute. I do love Applin, or whatever this form's called. There's two of this guy. We'll put this one there because it's a better picture. You go in there, though. This is also a better picture. I love this guy. Raiko, whatever his name is. I like this one just because it's so tall for no reason. I don't know why it turns into a giraffe. I like that this one's just a bridge. Not a fan of this guy or this Terrakion or this one. I don't know why. I'm just not. Where is... I meant to put something over here. I don't know where it's thing... There you are. I kind of like these guys. The, like, Mocha version of Sinisty. Kind of like them. There you are. I like you. I love these guys. I love how Greninja's Mega is just him upside down on a shuriken. I love that. I kind of like this Mega. Like, I didn't like the original Pyroar, but I kind of like the Mega Pyroar. Love Mega Flabébé. And AZ Flabébé. It's just so cute. Love the Twisted Malamar. Love Barbarical. Who is this? Oh, Mega Dragougi. I think you're pretty cool. Love Mega Holucha. It's one of the coolest. I don't understand Mega Zygarde. I'll put him in B because I don't understand him. Love Mega Drampa. Mega Phalanx is awesome. I don't hate the Raichu's, Mega Raichu, as other people I've seen hate them, but I'm not like a huge fan of them. I did not know. Some of these I didn't even know had Megas. But I'm interested to see them later. Like, that looks like a cool design. Frigiback's not so much, though. Or this one. I love just the sack. You like the new Raichus? Yeah, they're decent. They're nothing crazy, but I don't understand the hate around them. Like, they're not that bad. Pink yellow. Talking about this one? Yeah. It is very pink and yellow. I love Starmie with legs. It's so dumb. But I love that they gave him legs for some reason. He's that Patrick Star meme. And I love it. I do like Mega Dragonite, even though the pictures they provided are complete ass. Love this one. That one's sick. Mega Feraligatr, I find it funny that it has a giant head on top of its regular head. I like Piss Skarmory better than regular Skarmory by a lot. This one seems interesting. Frostlass Mega. It's not crazy, but I like it. I love Mega Emboar. Not a big fan of Mega Excadrill. I don't understand how it stands. Cutting that clip down to I like Piss. Perfect. If you clip it, I'll put it on TikTok. And like share it. Mega Scolipede is okay. Just okay. I started to really like Mega Scrafty, but then a lot of people said he was wearing I don't know if I can say it on Twitch. The very racist group that wears white hoods. People kept saying that's what he was wearing. I know he's not, but people started saying that, and I hate that. And kind of ruined it for me. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it's frustrating. Because I do kind of like the design. But then when people said that, I'm like, I can't say I like the design anymore. I'll put you in D. You are hard bluffing. I don't know. You don't even know how to clip on Twitch. There usually is a button on screen that says clip that. Or clip or something like that. Or if you really want to, you can go back and to the VOD and clip a section of the VOD. I love Mega Electros. It's so cool. Same with, I think the rest of these I like. I haven't seen Mega's, I know this is Mega's Aurora, but I haven't seen it yet. But I enjoy it. Mega Chestnut's cool. I've seen a lot of people saying this is just Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku Lucario. I've seen people say that, and I love it. You're either too out of it to find that, or too out of it to go to the VOD. That's fair. But I love I love that it's Hatsune Miku. Right. Wow, I've completely blanked on his name. But I love it. It looks like it's the end of the list. I'm not going to go through. I thought I was going to go through and maybe clean these up. I'm not going to do that. I have to go to bed. I have work tomorrow. But yeah, this is what I have. I will share it to the Discord. I think that's all the Pokemon as well. Not including like the ones from Black and White that are just, or Black and White 2, where it's just a lady. It's just the bottom of a lady's legs. Like, not including those. In Pokemon Black and White 2, there was like a movie studio. Those are called feet. No. It wasn't the feet of the lady. It was her legs. But in the... in the movie studio, you could... when you were like fighting stuff, you were fighting a giant woman in one of the scenes that you were making. However, they didn't do like a full picture of a lady. It was just her legs. And so you're just fighting the giant lady's legs. Tier list is Pokemon tier list, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can pull up the giant lady's legs. Let me see if I can find her. How do I exit out? How do I make... Oh, what did I just do? I lost it. I closed all the tabs. Not what I meant to do. Would love to have been a fly on the wall for the giant lady legs pitch. Same. Okay, it was more than just her legs. Let me see if I can. Come on. These were the legs. You're just fighting Monica. Level 99. You've been here. You're at 89.3k. Nice. But yeah, for some reason you fought Giant. You fought Giant Woman. It's hard to see. Can't really zoom in. But yeah. You were just fighting legs. This actually had like a it looks like the paradox form of Tyranitar or Tyranitar. Before this Mega, or before the paradox form. Yeah, I think this is how the fight went. You fought the giant woman before she's giant against a Blitzel. You fought Sister Monica with a Blitzel, or against a Blitzel. Then you fought, in part 2, you fought Mysterious Man Gua and with his Gligar and Drifloon. And then part 3 and 4, you fought her legs. Because, why not? It was Pokestar Studios. It was very interesting. It was fun to do, though. Alright, I gotta get off and head to bed. Thank y'all for popping in. Trying to add this. There we go. 07. Love you too, Heaven. I will see y'all later. Thank you for coming by. Bye.